2021 coaster season has finally been concluded. The end of the calendar year is here, and to restart ICJ tradition, I will be recapping the best and worst moments of my roller coaster season. It wasn't fully 100% due to the lingering aspects of the pandemic, but in the age of a full channel rebuild, it was well needed in these hard times. New traditions were formed, opinions were refined, old traditions were either put on hold, and even some things had to die for the sake of content. Let's discuss the candidates for this year's coaster season, shall we? Another year at Waldameer needs another season at my stopping ground. Lots of things happened this year at my home park, and honestly, through all the crap I've been through, it's my best season there, to be honest. To review, for the Breadfans who are new here, I reached 225 rides on Ravine Flyer 2 for the season, my second highest total, and now all rides were accounted, now being the reason this damn series even exists now. Tons of Breadfans swarming every visit and every vlog, and an unhealthy 51 visits to the park from May 1st to September 5th. Now you might ask, why so many visits? It's because I became an employee on their clean team in June. Insane Coaster Cleaner, goddammit! Now due to company policy, I can't really say much on the insides of the job, but in general to summarize, it was an amazing experience and I can't wait to do it all over again next year. So much was gained from that experience alone that my channel reached uncharted new waters. From brand new vlogging style to the fights on Memorial Day, to the Waldameer house party, and even the last riff, a vlog so powerful that it has a world of its own. 2021 was something special to me. The amount of blood, sweat, piss, pain, and vinegar that was spilled was second to none. It's about f***ing time I raised the bar at my home park. To all the people at the park, I miss you, and I can't wait for the spring. Just make sure the bathrooms are ready for me to clean. There is no excuse for this water park. Even though I had no intentions of going there during the entirety of the 2021 season, there's a clear reason for it that I've been hiding for the past 13 months. The pandemic and how it was handled. That water park during the pandemic was impossible to enjoy due to so many things. Especially my last visit in November 2020. A visit that ended in infamy. From what the hell is social distancing to what the f*** is random policy changes, Splash Lagoon was bent over backwards to the point I refused to go back and I actually felt unsafe. However, I can appreciate Scott Enterprises for sending me the tickets in hopes of a promotional collaboration back in February 2020, as something was about to brew up. But nothing seemed to work at the worst possible time, and I had to blame that coronavirus for doing that. And some of the things I found during this time were swapped entrances and exits for the Lazy River, Pirates Cove becoming an overflow hot tub and neuter, and the overall guest experience became absolute to the point I made the dumb decision to flee to Connie at Lake Park. 2020 me was something stupid. And also the COVID protocols just made this water park from a fun off-season activity to something I dreaded doing. I rage quit the water park basically. I did not want to go back. However, do not write your Yinzer comments just yet. There's a little bit of hope at the end of the tunnel, Breadfans. I might want to give this water park a second chance come the new year. I know, kill me later, but I can't say much yet, but maybe I was a little too harsh during the pandemic, and I want to give this water park a fair chance so I can redeem myself. But there's a fair compromise I'm willing to make. Go back and make videos, and be happy. What do I even need to say about Connie at Lake Park? The process to get this park in its current form was quite the bumpy ride. After not opening for the entirety of 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic and 2 off-season visits later, I knew this park's days were numbered. In January, the park went into Chapter 11 bankruptcy and was projected to be sold for auction in March. Now let's fast forward 2 months and Philadelphia businessman Todd Joseph bought the park for $1.6 million and opened the park to guests in July. Albeit much different. He got rid of several beloved classic rides such as Tumblebug, Flying Scooters, and many more of them and replaced them with average carnival rides you can find anywhere. Not to mention that Blue Streak, one of my first coasters outside of Waldameer, sat SB&O while he was getting estimates for demolition. My visit in August was the final curtain call for this park. Closed water park, a lack of rides to do, and a of a security guard to not shame the park because I hate this park. Todd Joseph should just burn in a river. Connie at Lake Park is done for. It is now being closed, goddammit, for a trailer park. Yeah, you see this here, Connie at Lake Park? Todd Joseph, I hate you. Ah!
That was pathetic.
Rest in peace, Connie at Lake Park. I'm not gonna miss this because of what happened to Todd Joseph. Todd Joseph, if you're watching, f*** you. Concerts and coasters in the age of the pandemic. A lost sight indeed. And you might think, how did we do it? What was planned to be a great follow-up trip, Tri-C in 2019, fell under in more ways than the Cleveland Browns could lose football games. Due to limited travel and unforeseen circumstances, it was canceled this year. Now let's reflect why we got here. So right after the Tri-City Tour ends, we plan for Concerts and Coasters 5. It's usually been tradition after one event is done, we start planning for the next. Ideas sprawl for the concert choice. We start thinking about some possibilities. 2020 is looking to be a big year. At the end of the month for my live stream, I announced C5, The Sickness Arises, and it is planned for August 10th, 2020. And I start planning for the trip. I was very excited to see Disturbed, Stain, and Bad Wolves in concert. This is going to be a great season. I can feel it! And of course, COVID-19 canceled the trip and most activities. Back to the drawing board. C5 is scheduled for July 21st, 2021, and the plans restart. Okay, vaccines are coming out soon. We should be in good business. 2021, here we come. Are you serious? Bad Wolf singer Tommy Vex quits the band, and the tour is canceled. Well, there goes my plans in flames. Homer Simpson couldn't fly. Damn it! Back to the drawing board, I guess. So I guess you might think, who's the new singer? Well, with the new singer, they released their third album, Dear Monsters, on October 29th. And oh my god, it sounds good! Just listening to the Gone is just so emotional. Go listen to the album. It's just as good as the old stuff. C5 is being adjusted for a third time and is currently 50-50 shot for next year. I am really hoping we can get back to Darien Lake this year. The past 2 seasons with the COVID stuff, it's been a little unpredictable, so C5, let's do it. So basically, to get to Darien Lake in my world, you need an arm, a leg, and to be fully vaccinated. What kind of Six Flags park is this? Only time will tell, I guess. Cedar Point. America's roller coaster. The home from way to home. Whatever the hell you want to call it. Just like Darien Lake, Cedar Point entered the Corona-Chan planned sweepstakes, and for the longest time, it seemed questionable if a 2021 visit was possible. Now, Alex did go in 2020, but for me, it was still pending. Then, a fighting Scot from the new Penn West Edinburgh gave me a blessing. Another Labor Day trip. I quickly ended my Waldemar season in preparation for a feel-good ending. The last riff is done. To Cedar Point we go. It ended up turning into the best Cedar Point visit I ever had. Wait. Did Tony Clark snuff some Lake Erie water, or am I seeing stars from a Hell in a Cell match against Brock Lesnar? I don't even know. First off, that alternate access pass did not work in my favor. Those posers think it would fit in my accommodations from an ankle injury from 15 months ago. Turns out I wasn't satisfied, so Fastlane Plus it is. And that ended up being the better route. I ended up riding almost every roller coaster that was open, refined my opinions on several coasters, and tried some new experiences such as Snake River Falls and the Coral. In terms of those opinions, it went from Millennium Force being close to top 5 to Wicked Twister being better than Top Thrill Dragster?
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, this visit was whack. If you go watch the vlog, you can really see that my Cedar Point opinions are just dramatically different than 2019. Man, what the hell is wrong with me? God damn it! Since Darien Lake did not happen, I had to get back to New York in some way, shape, or form. It was the style of returning to the fairground, the very first time since the Albion Area Fair in 2019. Man, I cannot wait. What fair are we going to? Oh, the Erie County Fair in New York. What a surprise. And this was my first time back to this fair since 2015, back when I was Cedar Talic 15. So it was 50 shades of holy shit coming in. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the fair provider was unable to deliver the fair in their traditional method. What was a large lineup back then was rather disappointing in the end, let's just be honest here. Typical fairground rides and discovering new factories of sadnesses did not help, but hey, I guess I got a new coaster credit and that will do. It only took 84 roller coasters to reach a Wacky Worm, which took more than get into an SBF spinner. For being the 3rd largest county fair in the country, there was plenty of things to do for me and my grandparents, and it was a good send-off to Edinburgh University. I wanted to come back to this place for many years at this point, but the world had to go to shit, and Darien Lake did basically die on me to come back to this fair. Hope to be back to this fair sooner than later with a big expanded lineup. I need to get some more coasters, come on! Kennywood. A park that I've been having conflicting results with ever since my first visit in June 2019. Now sadly, I didn't get to go to the whole tourist trap this summer. However, Insane Coaster Junkie isn't alone these days. Enter Alex McGrogan, a vice president who knows how to get around parks and displays an equal amount of salt in the process. It was operating pretty damn well this season. Yes, we could never forget the that is removing 4 classic rides, because you know what? I hate when they remove 4 classic rides. Kangaroo, Bear and Curve, why the did you have to do it? Ah!
Way to go!
Yinzered and Yinzered. Calm down, let's think about this for a minute. Skyrocket becomes a top-tier coaster in the park, Steel Curtain butt fumbles, Black Widow reopens and is still strong as ever, and Kennywood is actually making real decisions now? Am I living in a fever dream or what? It all started with the repaint of Phantom's Revenge, now making this park a trigger zone for all AFC North football teams, me and Alex included. Go Cleveland Browns. Their Halloween event also got some changes, some goods and some bad, and then Holiday Lights, another step in the right direction. And also, Alex becoming a ride operator is one of the coolest things ever too. However, operating the Factory of Sadness is the Factory of Sadness. The only thing now is, wait a minute, are you serious? They're upgrading more for 2022? A new entrance and overall cosmetics to make the park that more special. What the Palace? This ain't Orlando. You're in Pittsburgh.
Stop it.
At least Kangaroo is returning for this year, and somehow, someway, I will find a way to return to this park for the first time in almost 3 years, goddammit. Idlewild. Basically the great value version of Kennywood at this point. Even Alex thinks that there's some improvements going around with his second home park. Me? No, the not. It's not even going the ways of Todd Joseph, but at the end of the day, this is Palace Entertainment we're talking about. Personally, I've never been to this park, so I can't really say what my true thoughts and feelings are, but from pure observation, fan testimony, and Alex himself, we all can conclude that this park is in a state of purgatory. There's barely anything to offer at this park, no offense to Joe Burrow of the Bengals, but Wild Mouse can't be the only good thing about this damn park. And no, don't start with Roller Coaster with us. That piece of turd is not a good family coasters, and those butterfly trains should be named Steer-like trains. Remember, Breadfans, Steelers gain amusement park. Steelers get Yinzer. You just got that. Yeah, you get Yinzer. I don't want to. Sorry, Breadfans. Too much salt. I need to get some help. For whom the bell tolls. On this midway, the roller coaster community is not your average thrill ride. Let us take a moment of silence for those we have lost.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Let the Sabbath rise on the holy day for the new season ahead. Amen. Well, how do we describe the 2021 coaster season? From a channel overview, it was great on both sides of the bread fan, but from the perspective of the man I am, Jay Zamanek, it was a rebuilding year. The off-season was pretty brutal and sacrifices were made, but I managed to pull through in the end and had the best rebuild I could possibly have, even if the statistics don't say otherwise. Those are just numbers at the end of the day. Alex and I learned quite a few lessons, and the only advice I have for next season is to do what we did this year, but the Great Western way. Remember, some thoughts may or may not be accurate to my true thoughts and feelings, and I'm only just poking fun for the highlights of my 2021 coaster season. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Breadfans Guide. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the parks in 2022. Godspeed.
You are a factory of sadness!